Hi guys, welcome to Happy Hour with Ollie. Today we are at House of Funk Brewery, located in North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So I got here, ta-da, their tasting flight. I'm doing a Saison, a Bavarian lager beer, a Havers lager, and a Schwarz beer. And then also I've ordered some goodies to go along with beer. Nom nom nom. Salami and cheese and olives. So this first beer coming up is a Regal Saison. So it's made with barley and rice. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy. It's kind of got like a golden brownish light color. Smells really nice. Smells like a malty perfume. It also smells very fruity as well. Tart, crisp, very refreshing. Nice. Salty and fatty, just like a salami should be. Maybe like tiny notes of pepper coming through. This is a good pairing. It cuts through the fattiness of the meat so you can eat a lot more meat, and it's super refreshing. Sometimes just by tasting the beer itself, if you're not super in love with the beer, you can always try pairing it up with different foods. So for me, my personal palate is a little bit less on the sour side. So whenever I find a beer that's complex, I like it, but it's just a little bit too sour for my liking, I have some cheese. Nothing like aged cheddar. It just makes the sourness go away. Maybe it's because the cheese is really strong, so that the sour notes of the beer doesn't come through as much. So this one is a Bavarian lager beer. So it's a Bavarian style Pilsner. So as you can see, it is lovely and light looking. It's clear, I can see through it. Nice pale golden color. It's made with heirloom malt. So it's a special old school kind of malt recipe. But the hops that they've used are new school. So it's like when old school meets new school. I'm not getting that much on the nose. It is very malty, very smooth, nutty kind of fragrance to it. But being a Pilsner, it's super light as well. So it's light and refreshing. And I feel like I can just keep drinking all day. This is a good one. This is the Harvest Lager. It contains malt, organic malt that's from BC, but also some malt that's been shipped all the way from Vienna. Fancy. Let's see what it tastes like. So it's lovely and clear with a golden amberish color. It smells grassy to me, like in a nice kind of way, like a freshly cut lawn. After a rainy day. The beer is very smooth, first of all. When the beer first enters your mouth, it's pretty tart, and then it like fades into a malty sweetness. The finish is quite dry with a bitter hoppy taste. So this is a really interesting beer. I think I was expecting very malty and sweet, but wow, this beer has a lot more complexity than I expected. Get on ya, mate! Time for the last beer on my tasting flight. This is their Schwarz beer. Schwarz beer is, if I'm not wrong, German for dark beer. And as you can see, it is indeed very dark. It's pretty black, I can't see through it. I'm getting notes of chocolate actually, or chocolate coffee. It has lovely coffee, caramelly, malty kind of taste, malty sweetness. It's quite light and crisp. The finish is pretty clean, but there's a somewhere in the middle before the flavor finishes on my tongue. I get some sourness coming through, a little bit of tartness coming through. If you like dark beers, if you like malty taste, but don't want to have a super heavy, rich kind of flavor, I think you would like this one. That was my trip to House of Funk Brewery. It's a really nice, quirky place. I thought the ambience was quite good. It was quite spacious inside, but due to pandemic protocols, not too many tables were inside. So it was a little bit snug and a little bit loud in there. I thought their range of in-house brews had a lot of variety. All of them, to me though, tend to be on the sour side. It's a little bit too sour for me personally, but I'm sure there are lots of craft beer enthusiasts out there who's really into that kind of thing. And you'll really like House of Funk Brewing then. As far as food pairings go, it was really interesting to pair my beers with cheese and charcuterie, because I usually pair that with wine. But it was definitely a learning experience, and I think overall it was really a nice experience. Do you like quirky brews? Do you like quirky pairings? What other quirky beers have you got to recommend to me? Please comment below and let me know. Also, be sure to look me up on Instagram and use the hashtag #HappyHourWithOllie. Until we drink again next time, cheers mates! Bye!